My name is Joel Simkhai. I'm the CEO and founder of Grindr and Blendr. These are two location-based services that you can use on your smartphone to meet people. So you can go on these phones and our apps and meet people around you using both location and your smartphone. There's lots of hurdles, lots of challenges, and that's the beauty of a startup and the startups that I'm involved with, is that you're always trying to solve problems and you're always trying to find the best solution for that problem. And we started with this problem of it's difficult to meet people. And for me as a gay man, I always struggled to find other gay men and find a way to interact with them and see where they were. And that was a big challenge in my own personal life. So I found this problem in my life. And I found a solution. The solution was using initially the iPhone, and now we're on Android and BlackBerry, to help me meet people and to help me meet other guys. In the case of Grindr, and now I'm also meeting other people on Blendr. And in terms of Blendr, we're solving that problem of how do I meet someone for straight people, for lesbians, and for gay men. So anyone can go on Blendr and find other people in their area. And what we do is we use interests, so you can add your interest and find other people who have those same interests as you do. And so it's both fun apps, very straightforward, very easy, free to download, and hopefully we're solving a problem for people around the world. We're global for both apps, so you can go anywhere in the world and use either Grindr or Blendr. And we try to keep it fun, and we try to keep it about meeting. One of the big problems in the world and in life is that we interact with a small set of people, and we don't interact enough with people we don't know. And so with these two apps, you now can go and meet, and that's really the exciting, the power of Grindr, both Grindr and Blendr. Every day there's new challenges. Every day there's new problems to solve, and that's what I do, is I problem solve, and I try to find solutions to every problem that's presented to me. And part of that is putting together a great team. We've got a team. We're based in Los Angeles, and we work hard, and we work hard for our users, and we keep the user in mind all the time. That's who we're here for, is to help the user find people around them. And so our focus on that user really helps us, and really helps us keep things in perspective. And so that's part of how I think we're successful, is really thinking with the user, myself being a user, thinking of how I interact with it. So keeping that focus, I think, lets us surmount a lot of different challenges. And it also keeps us in business. We're self-funded. We've never taken outside capital. And with about almost 4 million users using both of our apps, we're able to sustain that with the support of those users. So whether it's advertisers or subscription fees, we were able to sustain the business. And so the combination of the focus on the user and the support of the user helps us get past almost all our challenges. In terms of resources, it's really people. It's finding smart, talented people. I initially started the business with a very small team of 3 people, myself, Scott Llewellyn, and a developer in Denmark by the name of Morten. And so we started as a small team, and we did everything ourselves. And so now what we've realized is there's a lot more people who can help us. They can do things even better, more efficiently. They've got expertise in areas that we don't. And it's impossible to scale a business without bringing people in to help you. And so our focus on getting people power, those are the best resources to help us solve problems. And they've got the experiences, they've got the talent, they've got the problem-solving skills that I myself don't have. And so getting those resources has been key. And then also the resources, the financial resources. And luckily we haven't had to turn to outside investors, but we've turned to our users, and our users support us. So, and that enables us to pay for all those people and the servers. One of the things that in the early days we only had a free version, and I was reluctant to have a paid version because I didn't want to charge users. I thought that this should just be something that was free. And we realized that we wouldn't be able to sustain the business, that we wouldn't have enough capital to build a business. And so we decided to ask our users for money. And we found out that a lot of them were willing to do that because we provided a service that they needed, that they wanted, and that we shouldn't be embarrassed to ask for money. And that, it seems kind of obvious, right? But at the end of the day, I felt like this is such a perfect product and it should just be free for everyone. Well, it is free for everyone. I mean, we have a free version for everyone, but for our users who want to have a better experience, we've got a little bit of a better app. And so that was kind of a big learning point for me, is don't be afraid to charge for it. Don't be afraid to ask for money. But we've committed to never forcing users to pay. And I think that's the balance that we found, that we said, you know what, as long as we're encouraging people to do it and not forcing them to do it, we're comfortable with charging. There's always a new abyss. There's always a new challenge. There's always a new problem. There's always a new opportunity. And the life of a startup, I think, is just one of roadblocks. I think the successful startup goes around those roadblocks. And the most important thing, I think, is in my mind, is that I know that I can solve every single problem that's presented to me. There's no challenge that I can't surmount. And that knowledge, I think, makes it so powerful for me, and it enables me to go into any situation. So I might not know how I'm going to solve it when I first hear about a problem, but I know I'll be able to solve it. I know that I have got a great team, I've got a great community of users, and I've got that willpower and that passion. And because of all that, I know that I'll be able to solve any problem, and I'll be able to achieve any goal that I have. I'm inspired by technology. I'm inspired by using technology in new ways, enabling people to meet using technology, using the power of the smartphone, using the power of location, and thinking of new ways to do things. I'm quite proud that we've enabled people to see the world in a little bit different way, that they now can meet their neighbors, they can meet people around them, they can see things that they've never seen before. And I think that's fantastic, and I love to hear that. I love to hear that people are on the edge of innovation with us. The other part is our users. I mean, they inspire me. The idea that I'm making matches, that we're putting together people that may never have met, people that may have never have known each other, have now met, and they've now formed friendships, relationships, all kinds of different things, and because of what we're doing. And so this knowledge that there's millions of people out there that are meeting. We have almost 1 million users who go onto Grindr every single day. And to know that they're actually using the app and changing their lives, that's inspiration right there. And I guess the third thing is my family. My parents, we're all entrepreneurs. My dad's in the jewelry business. Actually, both my parents are in the jewelry business, and they've always taught me to do it on your own. Don't get stuck in a big corporation working your way up a ladder. I did that in my early life, and I realized that this ladder is very, very high, and it's a long way to get up there. And so the entrepreneur can find a better way and can often have a better time. And so my parents inspire me to go on my own, and to do it on my own, and to think about it in a different way. And I'm very thankful to them for that. So other than my parents, in terms of inspiring me, it's other people who are thinking creatively, other people who are thinking about technology in new ways. Obviously, Steve Jobs is one of my heroes, and he's really redefined how we think about the world around us, and he inspires me even today when I think about the things that he's done and was able to achieve. And again, just people who are thinking differently and using technology in a practical way. And I think Steve Jobs is a great example of that, of using a complicated piece of hardware or software and making it so easy for the user. The user doesn't need to worry about anything. They should just go to the app or the service or the technology and do what they got to do. They should not think about the technology at all. That should all be transparent to them. They shouldn't have to worry about servers and software code and developers and any of that. What they should just worry about is their own experience. And so Steve Jobs was a perfect example of keep it very, very simple and keep it enjoyable for the user.